The green and blue charter machine fielded by Dreyer Reinbold Racing out on track, the only car of the Fast Six to leave pit lane. So as we keep our eye on Justin Wilson and the other 5 drivers as we sit and wait for them to appear here in the Firestone Fast Six, let's get a couple of updates from pit lane. First, let's hear from Simone Pagenaud, who is here this weekend filling in for Ana Beatriz.
Here and you watch the Fast Six. Still a learning process for you over the course of the weekend, but we know about your success, not only in Champ Car, but in ALM and American Le Mans. What have you thought of the Eyes Out IndyCar Series, and has it been a difficult transformation for you?
Well, you know, it's a very competitive series. A lot of people have been testing here. Everybody knows the setup and the way the car should be run here. It's very interesting. I'm really enjoying being a part of the Eyes Out IndyCar Series this weekend. And, you know, I'm matching up, basically. I didn't know the car yesterday. I didn't know the track in the morning. And I'm enjoying it. And I think the pace was okay. I was only 4/10 off Justin with the same car. So, you know, obviously every session is getting better. I'm getting time every session, but lacking a bit of time. It is what it is. I knew coming into the weekend it would be that way. So, yeah, we'll see tomorrow. The race can be interesting. I've got a good race pace, so we'll see.
Best of luck to you. We look forward to watching it.
Yeah, I think.
Simone Pagenaud, let's go over to Nick, who's got Graham Rahal.
Yeah, Graham Rahal was fast this morning in practice, and he ended up 10th in qualifying. Graham, I'm interested as we get Firestone Fast 6 started. What's your opinion on the sticker blacks versus the scuff reds?
I mean, I think that the reds are quick enough to where they're probably still going to be quicker being a run old. You know, although I say that, and I didn't quite gain as much this morning, from this morning to qualifying on the reds as I thought I would. But overall, I would say that they're still going to be a bit quicker.
What's it going to take to get up front from 10th tomorrow?
Well, obviously good strategy. We got to get by some people. I mean, we've got a really good car. It's a shame that we're not further up. I think we're all pretty disappointed. We expected to be further up after being 4th this morning. But I think, you know, we've got a little more work to do. But strategy, saving fuel, getting by some people, taking advantage of some good opportunities, and we'll be just fine tomorrow.
Thanks, Graham. We'll start 10.
Well, we are 3 minutes into this 10-minute Firestone Fast 6 session, and Davey, Justin Wilson has that whole racetrack to himself. Yeah. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more cars.
Well, there's one other car out on track that pulled out down in front of the pits. Will be coming around here shortly. But one thing with Justin Wilson, too, you got to remember, Mike, he has a broken wrist. He's driving with a brace on his hand, and he's such a big guy. When he gets in the race car, he really can't turn to the left with 2 hands. He's doing it one-handed, and he's trying to do some shift downs. He goes the 5-6. No, I'm sorry, not the 5-6 combination, but the.
Whoa! He just spun. So Justin Wilson has spun the race car, and Justin Wilson out there by himself. Elio Castro-Neves also on track, but he's going to spin it around. Will Power has now left pit lane. But Davey, a mistake there for Justin Wilson. Problem is, he didn't have another set of tires he can come in and grab.
No, and that was right here, just getting ready to come on the front straightaway where he spun that car. But he's telling me down, you know, in that difficult 8-9 corner that he's trying to do that one-handed, and it's just very difficult to hang on. So for him doing the speeds that he's doing with B-bed handicap is pretty impressive.
He was coming off of 16 and setting up for the 90-degree left-hander onto the front straight. So Justin Wilson spins his quick time, 1:12.309. And Mark Janes, I think now just about all of the participants here in the Firestone Fast 6 have exited pit lane.
Just saw Scott Dixon and Ryan Briscoe head out onto the course, and they're working to get up to speed now. And there's plenty of gaps with just the 6 cars and the spaciousness of this course. They all left pit road certainly at respectable intervals in terms of being able to bust off a fast lap. There goes Elio Castro-Neves in that AAA machine as he works his way through the Alabama roller coaster.
Problem is, Davey, to get these Firestone Firehawks up to temp, you need at least one good lap in order to do that. So really, that's going to require a couple of laps. Your out lap and then at least your quick lap. You've only got 5 minutes left now in this session.
Yeah, very interesting, the strategy these guys are using. Like I say, I think I'd be in that. Justin Wilson's coming in. More than likely, he's pretty much shot. We're spinning that out and having to get out of the way before another car came around there. He lit the tires up, and more than likely, that's going to be as fast as he goes, which is quite a bit slower than he ran earlier.
Yeah, 1:12.309. Another quick update from pit lane and Dave first.
Here at the Justin Wilson pit as he just pulls in and discusses things with Larry Curry, all the crew guys. Not much quick movement down here. They pull off the cowling, take a look at everything, make sure everything's okay. Obviously no damage to the 22 machine, but it looks like we might be, no, it's hard to tell at this point. They got a few minutes to go here, but certainly not moving very quickly in the 22 pit.
Well, they can't take a new set of tires. You only get one set of tires per round. Jake Query, an update from pit lane?
Leo Castroneves just came in. We'll see if he takes new tires. I guess actually you say he can't. Yeah, he's just got the reds on right now as they. I will see if he goes back out. They're not in a huge hurry there. They've been working with a lot of different front noses for Elio Castroneves' car, doing a lot of work on that over the course of the weekend. But right now, Elio Castroneves finds himself P1. We'll see if that holds. Also wanted to add, I talked to Simone Pagino for a little bit after we were on the air, and he told me he feels he does have a deal put together for Indianapolis. There was speculation it would be with Jay Penske. He said it's not with that team, but it is with the team who wants to just put him in a car and let him go, that they have a deal put in place and that he'll announce at a later date who it is.
Elio Castroneves rolls out on track. Let's go to Mark Janes.
New machine of Oriol Servia got into the apex a little too deeply in turn number 1 and slid off the course momentarily. He was able to get off the throttle, stayed off the binders, get it going in the right direction, and got back onto the course. That was just his first lap, first complete lap after he came off of pit road.
Well, Davey, they did refuel Justin Wilson. He is back out, but on those tires, I doubt we're going to see much more speed out of him.
Yeah, I doubt it as well. I mean, he's going to give it a try, and you never know. Don't count him out, but, you know, Will Power, the only one in the 111s right now, still not backing up what he did. I think the Reds, we abuse him harder here than I think than we do at St. Pete, and that's why I just don't think we're going to see the speeds faster in this on scuffs that we did like we did in St. Pete.
We're 7.5 minutes in. Only 2.5 minutes remain in this Firestone Fast 6 session. Scott Dixon, keep in mind, turned the quickest lap of the weekend in round 2 at 1:11.304. Right now, Scott has just gone to P2 at 1:12.2. Ryan Briscoe has now leapfrogged him and now in P2 at 1:11.736. Will Power is quickest at 1:11.559. Mark Janes, it looks like Scott Dixon heads to you in turn number 1.
Machine of Scott Dixon in that familiar red and white target scheme, trailing just behind him the number 3 machine of Elio Castroneves, then Elio's teammate and the 6 car of Ryan Briscoe. All get through the Alabama roller coaster, no problems whatsoever. And now here's the 22 machine into our view with charter sponsorship on the side spot. That's the green and blue machine of Justin Wilson.
8.5 minutes gone in this session. So Davey, really, you complete this lap, you have time for one more.
One more, that's it, you know. And so Will has, Will Power fastest again. He ran 3 laps, the third one being his quickest. Ryan Briscoe still in second. Scott Dixon still in the 112s. Only 2 cars in the 111s at this point.
Well, right now, Team Penske looking for a front row sweep here at Barber Motorsports Park. 1:11.455 for Will Power. Right now has him on the provisional pole. Ryan Briscoe at 1:11.736 provisionally on the outside of the front row. Elio Castroneves has now gone to P3. So, Davey, the Penske team right now looking for a clean sweep of the top 3 starting spots here on the grid at Barber.
Wow, right now, I mean, Scott Dixon doesn't want that to happen. I don't think Justin has what it takes after he spun on those tires to do anything about it. Oriol Servia, I don't know. I think he'll be content to be in that 6th spot. So right now, it's looking pretty much where it could stay with 35 seconds left.
Mark Janes, it's hard enough to pass here at Barber as it is, but if you're with any other team, if you're looking at trying to get past not 1 but 2 but 3 Penske cars, you've really got your hands full come tomorrow.
Yeah, no question. And again, as we said, Mike, the race could get very interesting here in this portion of the race course, because once they make the left-handed turn off the main straightaway, they start downhill. And once they clear the apex of that turn, there's a little bit of a short straight before the right-handed turn 2, which is a sweeper through turn 3. That's the blend-in line off of pit road. That brings the drivers a bit downhill, too, at the exit of pit road. So, there are going to be a lot of factors, elevation changes, tight cornering. A lot of factors will keep the race strategists and the drivers busy throughout the course of this evening and early tomorrow morning.
Oriol Servia just completed his final lap. Scott Dixon, it looks like, has made his way into the top 3, so he spoils the Penske party, at least as far as a top 3 sweep. Will Power and Ryan Briscoe remain the quickest, but Scott Dixon, Davey, on that final lap, 1:11.883, moves to P3, so he'll start on the inside of row number 2.